As a business owner, I hear a lot of chatter about what is the best industry to be in. Should it be AI? Should you go into the trades? But beyond all the chatter that you see on Reddit, I couldn't help but notice that there are businesses in the same sector that are completely different. There's the person who sells pizza in my neighborhood, and then there's Domino's. There's the local person who does digital marketing, and then there's Veden and Kennedy. I hope that I'm saying their name correctly. It's Veden or Viden Kennedy. Any rates, you have companies that are doing essentially the same core task, but they're doing it in a different level. So what we're going to talk about is the different scales of entrepreneurship. This is not talked about a lot. In different scales, we're going to talk about everything from what makes a freelancer different from an enterprise. And let's now begin with freelancer. So this is probably the most common business owner. It's usually one person. They run their own business. They tend to do all the advertising, delivery themselves. Their revenue potential tends to be up to $250K. But that being said, that changes all the time. With technology such as Zapier, you're able to scale your business a lot faster than like 10 or 20 years ago. Another caveat to keep in mind is personal brand. If you are a celebrity, then the sky is the limit in terms of how much money you can make. But that is basically what a freelancer is. Once again, it's a lot more variable than it was like even 5 or 10 years ago. You could use technology, as I mentioned. What I didn't mention was an example of a company that does this, Design Joy. So Design Joy brings in over $1 million in revenue, and it's a one-person agency. This person does everything from advertising and fulfillment, and they do this based on systems. Speaking about systems, moving on, we'll talk about companies. Companies are also very common. It's usually more than one person. In this definition, I'm also going to include regular part-time contractors. These companies, they tend to scale using labor and also tech. When it comes to the ceiling, we're going to use the SBA, which is a Small Business Association, and in their definition, a small business usually brings in the revenue of 7.5 million or under. So that wraps up what a company is. And finally, the most scaled company of them all, an enterprise. An enterprise or VC funded startup is a business that exists to scale. It exists to be big and to make a lot of money. That's one of the reasons why it's very odd when I hear someone say, hey, I don't have access to VC money. It's like, well, are you going to turn your craft company into a $12 million, not even, I'd say $20, $30 million business? If you're not, then VCs are not interested because you're probably not going to grow that big if that's not your ambition, and you're not looking to cash out. So as I mentioned before, the revenue's usually over 10 million, but what I heard from private equity that if you really want to sell your business, bringing in revenues over 30 million is the sweet spot. And why are they able to scale? They have significantly more systems and specialization than a company. So that's it. Those are the 3 different companies. And once again, I'm not saying that one is better than the other. There are companies that don't make as much as a freelancer. Heck, if you're including celebrities, There are enterprises that don't make as much as a personal brand freelancer. So it really depends on what you like, how fast you want to scale, if you want to scale at all. So can you tell me in the comments, which one are you and which one do you aspire to be? Do you aspire to be a freelancer, company, or enterprise? And on that note, I will see you later. Please, as always, please subscribe, please like, and be nice to each other. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. And for that, I have a small present for you. So for small business owners, I am giving away a free small business revenue audit. This is a report and consult, so you will get a chance to find out the most profitable marketing channels to focus on. So instead of being on all the channels, we'll show you, based on your business and where you're located, which channel to focus on. Spot the buyers and banish the time wasters. And finally, uncover your competitors. What you want to do with your competitors is up to you, but we will help you spot them.